Hello, everyone. We're back with another video because I saw movies really early and I paid for them.
Yes, sir.
Filmed at Lincoln Center. Just let me watch them for free. Just let me watch them for free. All right? That's all I want. That is all I want.
Maybe next year.
How hard do I have to simp for them?
The hardest.
Whatever. Anyway, I saw the new Sofia Coppola movie, On the Rocks, starring Bill Murray and Rashida Jones.
Is that the new Apple TV exclusive film thing?
Yes, it will be on Apple TV. I almost forgot. Thank you for that wonderful knowledge.
Of course.
I literally would have forgot. Thanks, BB. This is the new film from Sofia Coppola. If you guys don't know who Sofia Coppola is, or if you're not familiar with her films, I'll just acquaint you or reacquaint you. Let me open up her IMDb really quick because I thought I was ready, but apparently I was fucking not ready. Her directorial debut was The Virgin Suicides. I haven't seen that movie in like 6 years, so like I don't have a real like concrete adult brain opinion on it. But 6 years ago, me gave it a 6 out of 10. So there's that. She did the film Lost in Translation with Scarlett Johansson and Bill Murray. People liked it. I like it. I haven't seen it in a while, so also don't have a large opinion on it. Marie Antoinette with Kirsten Dunst. Haven't seen that. She did a movie called Somewhere. Did I see that? No, I did not. Is it on my list? Yes, it is. Okay. She did another movie called Bling Ring, which has a cult following. It stars Emma Watson. It's like one of her first like post Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
And her most recent film was The Beguiled, the remake of The Beguiled, with Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst, Elle Fanning, and Colin Farrell. And that movie is excellent. I really like that movie. If you haven't seen The Beguiled, please watch it. It's so good. She's also known for being the worst actor in The Godfather Part 3. So yeah, On the Rocks. Let's talk about On the Rocks. I'm just going to briefly go over the premise really quick without saying too much. It's a movie about Rashida Jones's character. She's like a housewife in a way, but she's also creative, and she's creatively stifled by the world around her, and she's very worried that the way that her life is put together, it's going to fall apart, which sounds super dramatic. But also, that's not really the tone of the film. It's very fluffy, light. Her dad is played by Bill Murray, who in this film is the most charming and charismatic I think he's ever been. I would compare it a little bit, not all the way, to Ruth Gordon's performance in Harold and Maude. It's very carefree. Her husband, who's played by Marlon Wayans. I was so excited walking into this movie knowing that Marlon Wayans was in it, because he hasn't done a real movie in so long. And I was so hyped because in Requiem for a Dream, he's so good. He's like the most underrated part of that movie. And I really wish he did more dramas. Like, I'm not going to say he would have an Oscar by now, but I'm just saying that he had a lot of potential to like really, I mean, he could do comedy still. Like, I'm not saying you could do one or the other, but just throw me a bone.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Just throw me a bone. Throw me a dramatic bone. I'm trying to see you flex those acting muscles. Anyway, so Marlon Wayans is actually really good in this movie. He isn't in it a whole lot, but he's in it enough. His character is sort of like the driving force of the plot, but he's not in it a whole lot. And whenever we get a scene where we get to spend a whole lot of time with him, he's just so natural in front of the camera. And if you don't want to see Requiem for a Dream because it's like scarring or whatever, people get like really weird about that movie, like watch this movie and you'll understand my hype. Like, I'm not saying he's like the greatest actor of all time, but I want to love and support him, you know? Rashida Jones is good in it, but I feel like sometimes when the scenes are heightened, like she doesn't really get there. And that was sort of like my only thing about her performance, but she's super good in it. Another thing I noticed was that the film is shot with a lot of singles with coverage, so there isn't like over the shoulders very much or two shots. Everyone seems like separated from each other because we're in Rashida Jones's point of view. And one of the many themes, well, I don't know if they're themes, but I guess like the subjects that the film is exploring is the idea of having like cabin fever in your home life and jealousy and projection, which is sort of like timely, I would say, with our current situation where, you know, we're not spending a whole lot of time with each other. We're separated and also divided. This is a very divided time, you know? So like it's timely, but not directly timely. More on an emotional level. I don't know if you've felt that way sometimes, like with how this year has been going, where if you don't spend enough time with people, you're like, there's a couple of things that feel out of sync. I don't know if you've felt that.
Yeah, definitely.
And overall, I really enjoyed it. It's a film that definitely has stakes, and there's definitely some low moments, but there's like a upbeat, fun, entertaining quality to it. Like it doesn't feel like the end of the world, but it's just like a very fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
I don't if that's
No, that makes sense.
the right way to describe it. Yeah. Are you familiar with Sofia Coppola as a director?
I've seen what's it called, Lost in Translation. Not The Beguiled though. I have to watch that.
But my biggest gripe with the film is that although I really enjoyed it and it was fun and I had a good time and there were a bunch of moments where I laughed, it didn't really stick with me after I saw it. I mean, it's only been like a day or so since I've seen it, but even after watching it, I wasn't still thinking about it. And it's not that every film has to be like super deep and like dramatic and dark and all that. But even the movies that are light and fluffy that I love, that make me laugh, those films impact me and they've made me think about stuff, and which is fine. I mean, not every movie is that, but I'm reviewing the movie, so if it did that, I would love it more. And it's not like it's a thing that I'm looking for, but it's something that I definitely feel when I watch movies. Like, I don't know if you feel this way when you're watching a movie, but I think how you feel after the movie and the days that come after you watch a movie, I think are just as important as watching the movie, as being in the experience, because I like to feel like a movie got to me in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you feel that way.
I definitely feel that way. It like I said, happened to me when I watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things, High Key.
Oh, dang. I guess I'll find out at some point. I'll probably have seen it by the time this video comes out. But so I would recommend that you watch it, and I recommend that the people watching this watch it. It's definitely not a waste of time, even though it's like a very quick, fun movie. And yeah.
What do you give it out of 10?
I'd give On the Rocks a 7 out of 10. Are you interested in seeing this movie at all?
I'm probably going to peep it because I love Rashida Jones. I don't know when, though. I'll probably watch it with my woman.
Yeah, I mean, it might bring up a conversation because it's about like relationships and family and like the role of gender and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I just blah 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 female issues. I'm sorry. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you agree or disagree, tell us in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. Do all the things. The Matrix video is never coming out. Ever, ever, ever. It didn't exist. It was never real.
Superman.
Like Superman.
Yeah.
Superman was never real. And yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.